Picture this. You're strapped into a ride you didn't fully choose. The bar clicks down, and before you can second guess it, you're already moving. That slow climb, that tightening in your chest, that moment where you realize, this is happening whether I'm ready or not. Hey, welcome back to Sheep Talk Radio. My name is Hayden, and yes, I am a goat. We're starting something new today, a series of episodes called The Emotional Rollercoaster. And these aren't about fixing everything or solving every emotional struggle you've ever had. In fact, today is just the starting point, the setup, the moment where we step back and ask a bigger question. Why do we feel the way we feel in the first place? Because if we're honest, emotions don't just show up politely, they hit out of nowhere at the worst times, in ways that don't always make sense. Some days feel like that smooth climb, everything building, everything steady. And other days, it's the drop, the twist, the moment where your stomach is somewhere your body isn't, and you're left thinking, what just happened to me? That's where this series begins. And honestly, Pastor Charles recently walked through this at the church at Estrella in a way that just stuck. Because instead of telling us to ignore emotion, or control them, or hide them, he started somewhere different. He said this: you were designed to feel, not accidentally, not as a flaw, not as something God is tolerating in you. Designed, which raises the tension, doesn't it? Because if emotions are designed, then why do they feel so chaotic? Why do they feel like the very thing that pulls us off track? To answer that, we have to step into a moment in Scripture that honestly feels like a roller coaster itself. Exodus. God has just rescued his people from slavery, miracles, freedom, a new identity. Everything is building. It's that climb, click, 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 where it feels like something incredible is about to happen. God is forming a covenant with his people. I will be your God, you will be my people. And then Moses goes up the mountain to meet with him. And the people wait, and wait, and wait, and here's where the tension really sets in. Because waiting does something to us. It stretches us. It exposes us. It makes us question things we thought we were sure about. And eventually, the people decide, he's not coming back. God is gone. This whole thing is over. So they do what humans have always done when uncertainty gets too heavy. They create something they can control. A golden calf, something visible, manageable, predictable. And just like that, the moment drops. Everything breaks. Trust, relationship, direction. It all comes crashing down. But here's where it shifts. Moses goes back up the mountain, and instead of walking away, he asks something bold. I want to see you. Not just what you do, not just what you give. I want to see who you are. And God responds. And when he does, he doesn't describe himself the way we might expect. He doesn't say, I am efficient. I am logical. I am detached. He says, I am merciful, gracious, slow to anger, abounding in love, faithful. Don't miss this. God describes himself with emotional language, which means the God who created you is not emotionally distant. He's emotionally perfect. And this is where it gets personal. Because if you were created in his image, then your ability to feel isn't a mistake. It's a reflection. Now, before that sounds too clean, there's a tension we have to hold. Because our emotions are real. But they're not always accurate. You felt that, right? Where something feels overwhelming, urgent, heavy. But later you realize that wasn't the full picture. It's like a warning light on a dashboard. The signal is real. Something is happening. But without understanding it, you can misread it. Panic over something small. Ignore something serious. And that's what emotions do. They tell you something is going on inside, but they don't always tell you exactly what. So the question becomes, what are we supposed to do with them? And this is the part that changes everything. Your emotions were never meant to lead you somewhere. They were meant to lead you to someone, to God. There's a line in Psalm 62 that says, pour out your heart before him. Not fix it first, not organize it, not explain it perfectly, just Bring it. And that's so different from how most of us live. Because we tend to do one of two things. We either shut emotions down, bury them, ignore them, numb them, or we let them take over, run the show, dictate every reaction. But neither of those is the design. Emotions aren't meant to be dams. They're meant to be bridges. A bridge between what's happening inside you and the God who already knows how to meet you in it. And this is where the series really begins. Not with control, not with suppression, but with awareness. So here's the invitation for today. Simple, but not easy. This week, when you feel something, pause. Name it. Not "I'm fine," not "it's whatever." Actually name it. Frustration, fear, pressure, loneliness, joy, whatever it is, and then bring it to God. Just one honest sentence. God, this is what I'm feeling. That's it. Because that small step, it turns emotions from something that controls you into something that connects you. And if you're realizing you've been carrying a lot, maybe longer than you want to admit, you're not the only one. This is exactly why this series matters. And it's one of the things Pastor Charles has been helping our church see more clearly at the church at Estrella. That following Jesus isn't about feeling less. It's about learning what to do with what you feel. So as we step into this series together, here's the real question. What if your emotions aren't the problem? What if they're actually the invitation? And what if, instead of running from them, or being ruled by them, you let them lead you, right to the God who designed them in the first place? We're just getting started.